A lot of people hate calling. Myself, I hate it. Why? Because cold calling worked many years ago, many decades ago actually. You won't believe me, if you are young, that there was actually a book called The Yellow Pages. And what people did, yeah, I know, this book had yellow pages in it, right? And there was only a name and a telephone number. And back in the days, the people just had to flick open the book and started dialing. And there wasn't a lot of research that you could have done online because the internet didn't exist. Those people in sales had it really tough. Today, we don't have to make cold calling, we can make lukewarm calling. So if you do cold calling, just calling people randomly, please stop. We need to learn how to make better calling rather from a lukewarm perspective than from a cold perspective. So I'm going to give you a couple of tips how you can improve your cold calling success. So the first one is don't take it personal. Yes, you heard it correctly, personal, which means you're making it about a person. And who's that person you make it about? Yourself, isn't it? You start telling yourself, they don't want to listen to me. I was just trying to be nice. I actually slowed down. I was very friendly. I was just trying to help. And they still said no. I remember my very first phone call when I immigrated to Australia. I called somebody and I couldn't understand the accent at that point that clearly, and there was a complete disconnect between me and the caller, and he slammed down the phone and he started using words that, during the call that started with F, and it had nothing to do with friends, family or fun. And I put down the phone and my heart was racing and I was starting to thinking personally that this guy had something against me. Yeah, it's because I've got a South African accent, it's because I don't have hair, it's because I'm young. I've heard this over the last 2 decades when people say, yeah, it's because I'm a female, it's because I'm young, because I don't have a degree, it's because I'm from this background. So a lot of people take cold calling very personal, and you're going to struggle with telephone sales if you take everything personal. So the second tip is maybe ask a bit more while you're getting rejected. Sorry, sir, sorry, ma'am, and maybe slow down your tone, go low and slow. Say, sorry, can I just ask you, why are you saying no today? And now you're going to hear the real objection. Because I still have 5 boxes of gloves. Or because we're still waiting for the budget to get approved. Because it's the rainy season. That people would tell you certain things then, that's actually the real rejection, and it's not about you. My tip for you here would be is, while you're getting this rejection and you hear what is the real reason, then do this one thing and say the word if. Hey, if I can get the price down by 10 or 15%, would you be interested in giving us a deposit to place a hold on it? Hey, if I can organize a delivery for you at this date, would you be able to, give me a purchase order? So you can ask an if question. So sometimes people would just say, because of, and listen to what they are saying and just come up with a suggestion. If I can do this, would you be able to do it? Which means it's a request for a request. So the third tip is, if you feel like you're getting a lot of rejection when you're making outbound phone calls, I would suggest record your phone call. I know you're going to hate it, but it'll help you. If you record your phone calls and you listen to it, you can maybe ask a friend, and I know you don't like the sound of your own voice, nobody does, but when you listen to it, you can probably pick up certain words that you're constantly saying. Maybe there's a lot of hesitance in your voice of, basically, obviously, and you sound lost, you create a lot of anxiety or uncertainty in the customer's mind, so that's why they say no. It could be that your tone is a bit too aggressive when you talk to people and it's a bit too fast, and you don't even notice it because it's in your blind spot. So somebody else listening to it could say, oh, it sounds a bit aggressive. And you go, no, it's not. And they go, well, receive that feedback, because maybe it's something in your blind spot that causes you not to get the success on the telephone. So by recording your calls, you can actually pick up what is causing your call rate to drop, and then you can build and optimize on that. It'll greatly help you. Do you know that companies pay me to be able to listen to some of their voice calls and give them feedback? And I know we don't like hearing our own voice, but it is important to sometimes get a third perspective and hearing maybe how you construct your value proposition or how you explain it to people. And that'll greatly help you to improve your call success. Point number 4 is something we've been trained in psychology is matching and mirroring terminology and energy. If you hear people's energy is high, also talk to them in a higher energy state. If the energy is low, talk to them in a lower energy state. So that'll help you to build rapport with people. The second one is terminology. It's when people describe their problem or their situation or their business in a certain way and then match the words that they are saying. For argument's sake, if people say, look, we're just looking for overnight deliveries. Then you can say, oh, so you're looking for an overnight delivery. Don't say, so you're looking for a fast delivery, because you're changing the terminology, which will change the story in their head. So by matching the terminology could also be a good way when people give you rejection. By saying, look, we just don't have the money at the point right now. And you can say, so you don't have the money at this point right now? Hey, there's a great book you can read by Chris Voss saying, never split the difference. He's a lead head negotiator for Quantico back in the days, and he talks about reiterating that last bit of the sentence. And then people say, well, I mean, it's not that we don't have the money, it's just right now is not the good timing. You say, okay, so it's not the good timing. And they say, yes, because we're waiting for approval. And now you start seeing why people are giving you rejection. But matching the energy and the terminology will greatly help you to build rapport and connection with your prospect. Point number 5 is 2 things. The first one is if you feel heavy, because we are human beings, right? You get hungry, you get thirsty, you need to sleep. If you're getting a lot of rejection, sometimes for one person, the first rejection or 3 or 5 rejections, and then all of a sudden we feel down. Here's what we need to do. If you feel low in energy or your brain is telling you a lot of stories, it's not a good day to call people, you should probably slow down today, or whatever that message is in your brain, can I tell you what you need to do is go outside, take a cup of coffee, a bottle of water, tea, whatever it is, and just get outside of the building so you can see the clear sky. And what you need to do is just starting to feel grateful. Hey, I'm so grateful. You know, I'm not lying in a hospital. Get your facts straight. So this is when you say, you know what, I'm working for a good company. You know, we're selling good products and services. It doesn't have to be the best, but it's a good product. Hey, we actually try to deliver on all our promises. Hey, you know what? Our products and our services actually helps people to do this. When you get your facts straight, you start realizing it's nothing personal. It's just we have our products and our services, and there's a prospect, and we're trying to match the two. And who's in the middle? Me. So that's why a lot of people take it personal. What we need to do is just to maybe push ourselves a bit in the background and go, I'm trying to match my products and my services with a prospect. That's all I'm trying to do here. I'm not scamming people. I'm not trying to steal their money. I'm trying to help them to minimize their whatever the problems they're having, to maximize their return on their investment. So when you start getting your facts straight, you're standing outside, take a deep breath, it'll greatly help you get inside and get back on the phone. Number 6, the last one. When people say no, sometimes it's okay. What you need to do is just thank them for their time and say, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Please don't say, can I please send you more information? They say no. Accept it, just move on. Look, rejection is not personal. Let me say it. If I bought a car today and you call me the next day and say, hey, I've got a great deal of this financial year end on a fantastic vehicle, I'm gonna probably say no because I bought a car yesterday. It's nothing personal. I don't want you to feel bad. It's just a no. So just move on. And don't take it personal and just say, thank you so much for your time. Have a great day. I appreciate it. Maybe we'll do business in the future. Bye-bye. Put down the phone, And don't take it personal. Good, look at the list and call the next person. Hey, I'm excited. This is only one part of a series of videos that we are shooting for telephone sales and cold calling and dealing with gatekeepers. So have a look at the other parts of the videos as well in our complete series. My name is Trevor Ambrose. If you need more information, feel free to join us on all our social media platforms or head to our website at trevorambrose.com.